Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy, Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today at the Rocket Richard Trophy. Who will win for the most goals during the regular season here in 2022? So we'll be going over that today. So it's a pretty competitive race here. There are some really good hockey players here. And we're taking a look at the top guys at the top of the list. We already have three 50 goal scorers this season. That is just incredible. And we're not even at the end of the season. So you're looking at the top guys in this list. So we have three guys that are tied in a three-way tie for fifth in terms of goals this season. Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers, Kirill Kaprizov of the Minnesota Wild, and Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets all have 42 goals this season and will probably get very close, if not get that 50-goal mark this season. Alexander Ovechkin in his spot of his own in fourth place, 46 goals for the grade 8. This is nothing really surprising in that regard. Chris Kreider, he hit the 50-goal mark last week against the Carolina Hurricanes. I was able to humbly say I was at that game. That was a pretty big moment for Kreider, the fourth Ranger in NHL history to hit that mark of 50 goals in a season. Leon Draisaitl, 51 goals this season. He's second on the list from the Oilers. That's two Oilers there. No real surprise, the two-headed monster in Alberta. And leading the way by 7 goals ahead of second place Draisaitl, Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs has 58 goals this season. Jesus, he's on pace to hit 65 by the end of this regular season. He has just been on a tear. Austin Matthews has been absolutely electric. So if you're looking at those guys, who's going to win? I mean, it's easy to say with a 7-goal lead that it's going to be Austin Matthews, but I mean, you don't really know. A hat trick here or there for one of these guys, and you cut that gap, and then he stops scoring, and next thing you know, Austin Matthews doesn't win the Rocket Richard. So we're going to look at the history of the Rocket Richard, and it's, let's take a look. Rocket Richard winners. So let's look at the recent history of the Rocket Richard. So the past couple winners, not really much of a surprise to anybody. It's been the pretty much Alexander Ovechkin trophy. Going back, taking a look here, this was in 2016. Alexander Ovechkin won it in 2016, 15, 14, and 13. So he won it for 4 straight seasons, which is just whew. Also in 2008 and 2009 in consecutive seasons, Ovechkin also won that trophy. So you're just looking at just a huge amount of success with that trophy. And you're looking at, let's look at more recent winners here because it's kind of a long time ago. So let's take a look here. So Austin Matthews won it in 2020, 2021, so last season. Matthews won it with, is that 52? How many goals? Oh, 41 goals for Austin Matthews. Again, 52-game season. It was a shortened season. David Pastrnak and Ovechkin, interesting combo there, won it back in 2019, 2020. Ovechkin won it for 2 straight seasons in 18 and 19. Crosby won it in 16-17 with 44 goals. Kind of interesting how that kind of worked out. And then it was the Ovechkin show for a little while. He had a little bit of his own dynasty, winning it 4 consecutive seasons from the 2012-13 season up until the 2015-16 season. So a lot of Ovechkin, a lot of Matthews is in that list a couple times. I mean, this is kind of interesting to see how Matthews has kind of turned on a dime. A guy that's had a lot of wrist injuries is now on pace to win his 2nd consecutive Rocket Richard trophy. At the end of the day, I think it will be Austin Matthews. I mean, I think he's just at a pace right now that is really just like going to be almost impossible for any of these other guys to compete with. I think him and Kreider are honestly the most likely to win the Rocket Richard this year. That's no discredit against Draisaitl. I think he's been very good, but the fact that he has to compete with, not necessarily compete, you get what I'm saying. You have to divvy it up with McDavid. I think it's going to be harder for him to get that mark. Kreider's always on the power play. He's always in the last couple minutes of the game. They're always looking to tip pucks to Kreider. I think it's going to be Kreider or Matthews at this point. I really think it's that close. But again, with an 8-goal lead over Kreider with, was it 7 or 8 games left? You're kind of getting close here. So I think it will be Austin Matthews for the second consecutive year. But man, this has been a really good run, and it just shows you just how above the pack, really Matthews has been here recently. It's just been absolutely mind-blowing. He is playing unreal. Again, despite all the wrist injuries recently over the past 2 years, he's still the best in the game. Just incredible. So guys, let me know what you think. Who will win the Rocket Richard Trophy here in 2022? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time.